Going on, guys, this is Greg. We got October 24th, 1:40 a.m. I took a nap after work, and I'm just not feeling like I want to go to sleep. I got a lot of stuff to get done. It's nice and quiet, so very productive time. Here is another update on the Bitcoin, guys. It's been a really wild ride, but let's start with the big picture like we do always. So we are on a daily chart, log scale. You guys see the trends, trend lines, channels. You guys know my levels, what I really will be interesting in investing very heavy into crypto if we reach around these levels. But right now, let's take a closer look. So we got another confirmation of what I told you in the last video. We talked about drawing a trend lines. I was telling people that you are all most of you doing it wrong. So people are forcing to do lines, trend lines on regular scale. So if you try to do it, since we established that channel, you guys see, if you try to do it from this point, and then we got a point here, but that's too big of a break. If you touch over here, we are missing it here, and then here it's touching, but you guys see that there is a breakout. Here is the breakout, but you see how it got rejected. So it was not it. That was not the one, because there is no follow up after this volume kicks in. So you guys see how the volume kicks in like over here, and then we actually hold the price pretty well and then go up for another leg. Here it's a huge rejection. Let's see how many percentage it was. It was 16.5% rejection, guys. That's a huge rejection. So yeah, you were doing, a lot of people were doing it wrong. Many of the people were just doing from this point also, and look like this, right? So that looks pretty good because you got touches here, you got touch here, but again you got a breakout and then no follow after the volume kicks in. So something is going on, right? Well, put on the log scale, guys. So you have so many points starting. You got point here, here, wick poking through. You got touch here. Here are the wicks. You guys see this, wicks poking through, wicks. Here we didn't touch it. You guys remember from the past videos how we were shorting this. How we were shorting this position, this resistance over here. We barely got in over here, got few orders in, and then we retraced, right? We went down. So here on the 4-hour chart, after they rejected it, they closed it below the real resistance trend line. That's why I said this is a confirmation that this is the one. This is the triangle that you should be looking at right here, guys, on the log scale. All right. So I'm not in position right now. As you guys know, I've been doing long shorts, basically buying the trend line. Basically, I was buying this trend line long and shorting the resistances. And then in my last video, when we were doing the video, we were shorting this area over here. We were shorting, and then I jumped in for a long over here again for like 10th time in a row. Probably I did it so many times over here over here also, and we failed. So I got around 2.5% on this trade, and then I went long, and we failed. We broke down, right, and we touched the last support that was really standing over here. You can see how we have it here with wicks poking through, and this is the wick touching over here. So that was the last point where we could bounce off. So I risked and I went long over here, but then I made a mistake. I took a small trade over here, about 1.5% from over here to here, and then I set my short orders. So from here all the way to like this resistance over here, I had the short orders, and I didn't set my stop loss. So my short orders started to filling. So here the first one went in, the long from here closed, shorts started going in here, more shorts were filling in, and then we got this huge spike, and I wasn't even watching Bitcoin, and my position got liquidated. Thanks God. It was a small position. Still, I'm really profitable past 2 months, even past this whole year has been actually good for me. I know a lot of people is struggling, but you guys, if you take it easy and just look at the charts and look at the trends, sooner or later we are touching it. So from the swing trade perspective, this is easy trades. You just have to wait, you just have to be patient, you just have to know that they are trying to take away your money, but sooner or later you guys see how clear positive negative divergences, if you would divergence, if you would play on 4-hour chart, it work out really well for you in past few months. But let's talk about future right now. Where are we standing? So that what we see also, that line over here is creating some resistance, but that's not the big deal that we should talk about. So if you want to take position, it's definitely getting riskier because we are about to close this triangle. If you really want to take a position, one place to take a position would be around this resistance and around this horizontal resistance line, as well as the trend line over here, right? So this is the one, and then another one would be, of course, this resistance, and right around here, around this trend line over here, if you want to go long for a few percentages. But once it goes up or down, it will be huge spike, huge move, and that could actually stay there already, either if it's gonna go up or down. So I'm just gonna wait for the trend to clear. The smaller the triangle gets, the less money you can make, and the more risky it gets. So I'm just gonna focus on other things right now, take a break from the Bitcoin. I got a lot of plans this week, so I'm trying to get this done, and I'll just slowly watch Bitcoin. You don't have to be in the position all the time, and what I will be looking at, it's a breakout. If we do a breakout pretty good, maybe even to this resistance, then I want to retrace no more than this support, and I really would like to see it retracing no more than like this levels, retracing to this levels, and then bouncing, holding its strength. Then I'll probably go in some small long position, put maybe another order here, another here, but we'll talk about it once the move happens. We'll see how it looks, see if it's strong enough, if there is no rejections, and then we'll talk. Same thing, downtrend, especially downtrend. If there could be a fake out and then go down, break this, and then test it again, then I'll try to go in short again and just hold it for long time, maybe even adding on the way down. So very risky. I'm gonna watch it now and keep updating you guys how everything looks. That's it for tonight. Take care. Bye.